What is going on, everybody? The day I was waiting for, and a lot of crypto investors were seeing the sign finally occurred today, January the 22nd, from $48,000 mid or somewhat early January, all the way to right now after 11 days. We've been waiting 50 days for this day to come. It's finally here. Bitcoin is under $40,000. And the question is, are we gonna get worse? Are we gonna get much lower? Looking at $35,000. I mean, if you ask a bear, they're gonna tell you 2018. I mean, that's the most obvious answer, right? But let's not panic. Let's not go into that mode of FUD. Just a simple and honest answer it is needed here, and that is DCA your way down to me. And once things revolve positive, guys, we're not going to be able to stop Bitcoin, especially now that we're getting to a close with Grayscale and other different asset managers dumping. And I mean, news like this are always going to come. But if there's one thing I always like to remind yourselves is when in doubt, zoom out. Go ahead and take a look at the macro. And I think we're going to be looking really well for well above $100,000 Bitcoin. But before we get to those levels, we are here. Now, what is the next target for Bitcoin if we follow this trend? The answer, $35,000. Let me tell you the full story, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel and throw down those notification bells. Everybody happy that you're here with me once again, because looking at all the news and all the updates and well, I mean, 50 days, right? Somewhere in November or so, or December, we passed the $40,000. So from the 1 hour, just wanted to show you guys the different levels that we're looking at, the supports that we're breaking. When you go to the day, this is what it looks like. It was beautiful to see at the beginning of December breaking that 40. And I mean, December was awesome, right? I mean, so bullish. People were already thinking 50K on that day. It didn't happen. It took us a while, weeks, the entire month basically. Then $48,000 right there on January the 11th. So it was in those days of the Bitcoin ETF approval. Then it ended up being a buy the rumor, sell the news, and that's it. Now, why am I saying $35,000? Well, everybody, that is a great level of consolidation that we were looking at as we were getting ready to end the year 2023. So $35,000. And in my previous lives and videos, I added this arrow and it's still here, which is a level that I've said that we could be reaching. And it ended up to be positive. It ended up to being true. There it is. So I was of the idea of, man, I mean, $50,000 is going to be very easy to accomplish. And in fact, it's going to occur, but not right now yet, as we find the floor, as we find those levels of, hey, finally, right? And if we start looking at a Fibonacci retracement from these levels on November, we're going to see a top of 0% retracement. And right now we're at the 78. So not a bad idea. You can easily tell if we start from here, or even we can start from $35,000, that we could be even hitting a little bit lower, right, as we get to the 78% retracement on those levels. So even if it's here or around here, it's still in that margin of error within the Fibonacci, within the levels. But guys, imagine the upside right now, especially for Ethereum as well, as it's getting the big Ethereum ETF planned too by all of these asset managers. 25% upside all the way back to close to 50,000. So a lot of people are very curious. They're inclined to say, let's go much lower. Today was a pretty crazy day, actually. I couldn't be in the markets a long time, but I was looking at the prices heading lower and lower and lower today. And it all started roughly here on the 21st, just yesterday, and that was at around 3 p.m. So ever since then, price of BTC went down 5%. Now, we are now, if you're seeing, reaching back up again to that level of support. Wouldn't be a bad idea to stay at 40, but wouldn't be at all surprised if BTC starts looking much lower at $38,000, $35,000. So I'll tell you guys, go to Fear and Greed Index right now. What I'm going to find is that, well, how people are feeling neutral once again. It was great last month. It was great last week. Things are changing this fast. But that's cool, guys, because it allows for us to start buying the dip, start buying and adding some positions, right? If I show you some other different altcoins that, at a time we're doing really well, they're liquidating, they're selling. I mean, just people waiting for that season of a lot of sell-offs. And that typically goes well above our expectations. So to answer the question, yes, it could get much uglier. But what I'm saying is the following too. Stock money lizards right here. And I like to show you this one because I think it's important to always know. Eventually, we're going to be trending much higher in the price of Bitcoin and altcoins and crypto. The peak is ahead. If you don't want to deal when it comes to the trends and the trades and you just want to do long-term positions, the levels that we have right now are incredible. If you take a look at the rainbow chart, I'm going to show you right here. The rainbow chart helps a lot, a lot of people to mitigate the issues and just look at long term. Right now, we're still in the accumulate. We could be even heading to the buy section, which that's gonna put us at a price of $37,000. If Bitcoin hits, let me see, $37,000 to $36,000, we are back to the buy category. You can see it right there on the screen. So $35,000. So how amazing. Because we were heading back. I mean, we were heading really fast to the still cheap, but not many people wanted that still cheap there yet. Because what an amazing opportunity to keep buying the dip on Bitcoin, on some altcoins that, once the time is right, they're going to go ahead and explode. Let this be a warning for much cheaper prices, more better deals. Things can change. The opportunities are there. This is still not the bull market. I'm very bullish on what all the different institutions and partners and partnerships at the end of the day are going to bring to this space. I'm holding everybody. Once things get better, eventually, getting rid of all this nastiness and the FUD. I mean, thanks to crypto.com, we're seeing over 580 million crypto users. My previous video, 1 billion is what the CEO of crypto.com said that it has to happen. 1 billion by the next cycle, guys. 2x the number of users. Just imagine the price of BTC. So as for me, I'm holding, adding positions. And when I consider that I have a good profit, I'm out profit taking and repeat the process. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Get ready. Things are going to get pretty spicy. Peace. Let's go.